Welcome to Might and Magic Era of Chaos. Now, this is a strategic RPG mobile game, and I like it because you kind of like, it kind of plays like a battle simulator in that I get to adjust how my army is situated and how they're going to attack. This is a game that I've been playing for fun, and I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring today's video. You can find out more and get the game for yourself using the link in the video description below. I'm also going to have some information on how you can participate in the Lucky Draw event and potentially get some really cool games for free. But we're going to go over that in a minute. Let's go into this battle. And okay, we're fighting a giant troll, the Cyclops. He's a ranged attacker with crowd control. Okay, well, I've got a lot of units on the crowd. However, my cavalry is designed to where they hopefully hit some units, defeat them, and then they kind of flank in. So while the Cyclops was pretty big, and he almost defeated my infantry and my cavalry, the combined forces of support, ranged, melee, and cavalry all kind of like just blended perfectly. Now essentially what's happening is I'm joining Queen Catherine Ironfist, and we're on a quest to restore the kingdom of Arathia. And we basically have to like enhance our units, as you're going to see right here, as we go. And while we do it, we're going to be able to collect new units. And you can see here on the overview campaign map, there is a lot going on, and there's even plans to add some new stuff moving forward. Now, as it is a Ubisoft game, look at this, Assassin's Creed. So however deep you want to go, you're going to be able to get a lot of gameplay. So my ranged units are marksmen. My support unit is a monk. I've got obviously pikemen on the front line, and then I've got some heavy cavaliers, or cavalry as I like to call them, on the flank. Now the enemy is going to be bringing in, they've got wood elf archers in the back, and then they've got a bunch of what looks like dire wolves kind of on the front line. I don't think this is going to be too much of an issue, but you saw how their wolves actually were able to flank through my force because my pikemen deviated south to kind of like intercept that group. And so one group of wolves flanked around my lines and got in behind. So as time progresses, I'm definitely going to want to fill my army out so things like that don't happen. So now I want to go over the lucky draw and the heroes voting. Now the lucky draw is pretty simple. Download Might and Magic Era of Chaos to generate your user ID. You log in and go to the event page using your Era of Chaos in-game UID. Now, there you receive the lucky number from this page during the event period. Each user ID can get only one lucky number during the event. Now, the top 50 participants with the largest number win, and they can claim the Ubisoft Luck Pack during the prize reveal on the last day of the event, which is going to be around February 14th. Now, other participants can also get in-game rewards after the event. Now, the heroes voting. You're going to want to download Might and Magic Era of Chaos to generate your user ID, log into the event page using your Era of Chaos in-game user ID, similar as before, and participants can select heroes to vote. Now, there's 3 stages in the event, and every stage will last for 3 days, and participants can receive rewards at every stage. So, hey, I'm not good at math, but that's 3 times. Now, 30 users will be selected randomly as winners after the event ends, and they can receive physical rewards. Other players will receive participant rewards. Now, this is one of the fun parts because we're gonna get to take part in a siege battle. And you know me, I love siege battles. So, I mean, this is pretty impressive, is it not? Giant castle. They've got like a freaking bone dragon. Yes, it is in fact called the bone dragon. And it looks like he can create a giant wall of bones around him. Or maybe that's just like an aura of fear. I don't know. Let's find out. They've got axe throwers on the walls. We've taken out the towers. We're moving in here. And you know what? Let's use a little bit of a spell here. Call in the blizzard on the dragon. See, I mean, it is called Might and Magic. We've been using Might, but I guess it's a little bit of time here that we start to use magic as well. And we just used a Slayer spell, and that actually wiped out the enemy force there. So, 27 seconds later, a sweet, sweet taste of victory in our mouths, and we are moving onwards. We've also leveled up a little bit, and we have just made it in to Chapter 2. So now one of the things I want to do is skip ahead. I've got a heavily boosted account, but that's going to allow me to show you a lot more units, heroes, bosses, and different game modes that you can partake in. So right here in the Endless Inferno, well, wait till you see my army right here. And what I have available to me and what we're fighting. But you're gonna see, like, it's drastically different than the beginning, right? And this is so, like, it's almost like, what happens when you get to see the beginning army and then, like, the mid-game to the very late game army? Well, these are what the battles look like. And it is called Heroes of Might and Magic. So obviously, there's going to be a lot more magic that is going to be used during the game. And I'm pretty much using it as often as I can. So, battles take longer, there's more at stake, and just like, so much magic. But, as you can see here, I've got a pretty good army at my beck and call. So, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, boom, boom. And come on there. Stop holding on. There it is. Victory. And so Endless Inferno is like you just keep fighting battle after battle. But I want to take you to a siege battle. Because we've laid siege to castles and you've kind of seen that. But what happens when you have to defend against the sieging force? You're going to be the defender. So you can kind of see how, like, the my hero or my army allotment is a little bit different. I only have the back 2 rows because the first 2 rows are taken up by the castles and the towers. And look at this, it's like a zombie siege, right? So first wave we've taken out, but then you see this second wave of zombies pouring in. But I think I chose a pretty good army to, you know, help defend my castle. And what's kind of cool is, like, technically it's infinite, right? So it's like the the armies over there, like, look at the power bar. They're literally infinite. And I've just got to, like, keep holding on for what, a minute and 40 something seconds more. There's a bone dragon flying around. So, like, the enemies themselves also kind of start to scale up and get a little bit more difficult. But you know me, I love me a good castle siege battle. Whether I'm attacking, whether I'm defending. Honestly, I prefer defending. There's just something, like, fun and compelling about, like, you know, having to defend against all odds. And when the enemy has infinite reinforcements, I think you could call that against all of the odds. But no matter how many we kill, they just keep getting reinforcements. And you can see the power bar, like, on my side, I'm still doing good. But, like, it's getting kind of close. So, like, having healing spells is really, really important. But there we go. We held on for as long as we could. 2 minutes plus. But yeah, so there's a defense battle. And now here's the Trials of Angels. And here is the Underground. So you get to see, like, a wide variety of different, like, modes you can partake in. So it's kind of cool. Like, the classic recipe is still there. You know, you set up either your army for attacking or defending, and you deal with the enemy army. You'll have open field battles. You'll have siege battles, both on the attack or the defense. And this is kind of what it looks like at hyper speed. You can turn up or down the speed however you want. Like, battles could take 11 seconds if you wanted them to. So here we are, back in town. And now what we're gonna do is go into the arena, and we'll see how we can do. Alright, let's see. How about Duel of Champions? And we're gonna get randomly paired up against an opponent here. And we've got pretty similar power levels. So, I'm gonna prepare my forces. Certain units have to stick to the front lines, middle lines, back lines. You should get the sort of battle simulator-esque preparation by now. But this is what online duels look like. So, full attack for both our forces and theirs. And this is literally like, you know, 2 teams enter, only 1 leaves. But if you look at those power bars, like, because I'll be honest, it can be a little bit difficult to kind of like keep up with what's exactly happening. But if you watch those power bars at the top, you have a pretty good idea of who's winning. And here's a quick hint. It's the good guys. It's our army here. But it's really fun though to do duels because you get to see how like other people are like setting up their armies. But, you know, you've seen sort of the beginning and near the middle and end of like what it looks like. So I hope you did enjoy it. So remember, you can find out more about the game for yourself using the link in the video description. And remember about the lucky draw and the heroes voting events because you guys can win some pretty cool stuff. And more information on that is going to be in the video description. So thanks again to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching. And let me know if you guys want to see more. And I'll see you guys in the next video.